Hey everybody, it is this week's Kidz Club message. And this week's Kidz Club message is just a reminder that we have had a wonderful time at Bible school. Enclosed in the comments, you're going to find YouTube videos to all of the songs that we had at Bible school this year. And then we want to remind you that tomorrow night is our most important night of Bible school because it's the last lesson. It's the lesson that we get to share with your grown-ups that come with you and any other grown-ups that want to visit with us. And after that, we're going to have a lot of fun together. So we don't want you to miss out on that opportunity. But first, Miss Jamie, who is DJ Cupcake, and I wanted to share some questions with you. We wanted to review a little bit of what we've learned. The first lesson of Bible school, we learned about the widow and the oil. And we learned that just with some flour and oil, you can make bread. Isn't that awesome? So Elijah had his food delivered by, was it Uber Eats? Was it Ravens? Was it tiny mice? Or was it his mom? When we had our lesson about Elijah and he was getting some food, what was it delivered by? Let's see if DJ Cupcake knows. DJ Cupcake, how did Elijah get his food?
Well, I think it could have been his mother.
Nope. No. DJ Cupcake, you were wrong. His food was delivered by ravens.
I was going to guess Uber Eats next.
When Elijah met the widow, she was gathering her car keys, sticks for a fire, chocolate and marshmallows to make s'mores, or her laundry.
I'm going to have to guess sticks for a fire.
I think you're right on that one, DJ Cupcake. And the widow's oil, when we talked about that she had oil, the widow's oil, she only had very little bit when Elijah asked her to make bread, but her oil and flour lasted until next week, until the cows came home, until it started to rain again, or until her son graduated from high school. When we had that lesson, what was it?
I believe it was till it started to rain again.
You're absolutely right, DJ Cupcake. We learned a whole lot. We learned that God was able to provide for the widow because God is so great and so good. Our first two things that we learned was God is great and God is good. And then we moved on and had a lesson about Daniel and his friends. Daniel and his friends chose to eat a vegetarian diet, even when King Nebuchadnezzar wanted them to eat his food. He wanted them to eat the rich food that King Nebuchadnezzar was having for his folks. But Daniel said no, he couldn't do that. Daniel said that he needed to follow what God was telling him, and that if he followed God's way, God would provide and make him good and strong. Guess what? When that happened, Daniel and his friends, the king let them try it for 10 days, and after 10 days, Daniel and his friends were in better health than the people who ate the king's food. And after that went on for 3 more years. And the king realized that Daniel and his friends were stronger than all the other men in the kingdom. Isn't that amazing, DJ Cupcake?
That is awesome.
Now, DJ Cupcake, who was the king that took the Israelites to Babylon? Was it the king of the sea, King Triton? Was it the King Nebuchadnezzar? We sometimes call him King Neb. Was it the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley? Or was it Burger King, the king of burgers?
Well, I don't think it was Burger King, the king of burgers, because I don't think that was there. Could it be that guy, King Neb?
That's right, DJ Cupcake. It was King Nebuchadnezzar. Now, we're going to go over who the 4 men were, and this one tricked up DJ Cupcake earlier. The 4 men who refused to eat from the king's menu, was it Michelangelo, Donatello, Leonardo, and Splinter? Was it Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Or was it Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Donald? Now, do you think you learned, DJ Cupcake?
Well, I think I did. I thought Donald was going to be there, but as I learned in our lesson and in our story, it was Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
And that's right. DJ Cupcake, after the 3 years, the 4 men, did they form a musical band or did they end up looking better than the other men?
I think they looked better than the other men.
That is absolutely right. By following what God had wanted for them, they ended up looking better than the other men. And we learned God is great, God is good, and Daniel was thankful. So let us thank him for our food. And last but not least, into the last lesson that we learned today, we learned about Jesus feeding the 5,000 plus. You see, Jesus was teaching, and there was a large group of people that had followed him. And it came time for lunch, and Jesus was still teaching. And guess what they found? There wasn't any food to feed everybody. Like, can you imagine a food truck party with no food? But Jesus' disciples went around and asked everyone if they had anything for people to eat, and they found a boy who had a lunch with him. It had 5 loaves of bread, and 2 fish. Well, that didn't seem like a whole lot, does it, DJ Cupcake? Is that going to go very far?
No.
No, that doesn't seem like it would go very far. However, God provided a miracle. Jesus made a way. Jesus was able to feed all of those people, men, women, children, so many people. There were 5,000 plus that Jesus fed that day. And guess what? There were leftovers. There was 12 baskets of food left over. Isn't that amazing? So in the boys' lunch, let's see if DJ Cupcake listened this time. Was there peanut butter and jelly, 5 loaves and 2 fish, 2 loaves and 5 fish, ooh, tricky DJ Cupcake, or bananas and grapes?
I believe there were 5 loaves and 2 fish.
You got it. Now, how much was left over from when Jesus served?
12 baskets.
That's right. And how many people did Jesus serve that day? Did he serve 24? Did he serve 200 like us at the Chicken Dance Festival? Or did he serve 5,000 plus?
He served more than 5,000.
That's right. DJ Cupcake listened today and got the lesson. So we learned that God is great. God is good. Let us thank him for our food. By God's hands, we are fed. Isn't that amazing, guys? And tomorrow, we're going to learn the last part of the session. And I can't wait to see everyone tomorrow. And we thank you so much for coming to VBS and being a part of our time. Talk to you later, guys. It's Top Chef Josie over and out.
Bye.
DJ Cupcake and I are heading back to the Honor Roll food truck where our main course is bread. Bread, bread, bread. I love bread. Give us this day your daily bread. That's what God taught us. Matthew chapter 6, verse 11. That's why my main course is bread. Give us this day our daily bread. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.